said. I couldn't care less. As if I didn't have enough problems.
Green novice. I cannot find it.
Here, take this green novice.
Oh, my head. Oh, I am Fortuno. What is wrong?
Do you need more swamp weed?
Yes, definitely. I will buy all the swamp weed you can get your hands on. I'll even pay you more for it than Fisk.
So tell me what is wrong with you.
Once, I belonged to the Brotherhood of the Sleeper. Everything was all right back then. Fine. We were all condemned criminals. But for us novices, life was free from care.
Hey, I was a prisoner in the Valley of Mines myself. Tell me something new.
I don't remember anything. Darkness lies across my mind.
Come on, concentrate. What happened? When did you come back to your senses?
Raven. I only remember Raven and dark rooms.
What about Raven? What did he do to you?
I'm sorry. It's as though my mind were held prisoner. I don't understand it myself.
There must be a way to refresh your memory.
Yes, maybe there is a way. The gurus knew of various forms of altering the spirit and the will.
Do you remember anything about that?
No, I'm afraid this knowledge vanished with the gurus.
Damn. Well, if there is a way to free your spirit, I'll find it. I've got swamp weed for you. Hi.
What you want?
Where do I get a pickaxe?
Go to Huno the Smith. But even if you have a pick, that don't mean that you can get into the mine. If you want to get in, you have to talk to Esteban. Don't even bother going to Thor's. He'll only let you in if you have a red stone.
Tell me, what do you think of Esteban?
Hey, he's the boss here. He's all right, I think. He always lets the good boys into the mine, the ones who know something about mining, I mean.
And you know something about mining?
I'm the best.
What do I have to know about mining gold?
Well, there's something you should know. Gold isn't ore. There's one damn important difference. I mean, what woman would hang a chain of ore around her neck? When picking, work from top to bottom. You can work the nuggets loose best that way. There are also diggers who do it the
Can you judge my gold digging abilities?
Sure. I've been at this for over 35 years. There's nothing I can't assess. For you, I'd say you're a quite passable scraper.
Can you judge my gold digging abilities?
A quite...
You look like a digger.
I am a digger. The last time I was in the mine, I worked my ass off.
What happens to the gold from the mine?
Doris collects it and then distributes it. No one is allowed to keep what he mines. Everybody gets only a part of the gold. That way even the hunters and guards get their share. I think that's okay. Since we've had that rule, there have been fewer deaths and the miners still get more than the guys who hang around outside.
Why aren't you in the mine now?
I was in the mine long enough and slaved away until I was about to fall over. Now I need a few days rest. Before I get my next red stone.
What's the deal with these red stones?
That's something Thoris and Esteban thought up. Thoris takes care of the gold distribution, and Esteban organizes the workers for the mine. Of course, he doesn't want to run to Thoris every time he sends someone to the mine. That's why he gives us one of those red stone tablets, and Thoris lets us in then.
How's it going with you?
Well, at least I'm in now. Lucia brews some wicked liquor, but Esteban won't let me into the mine. At any rate, not yet. He's given me another job.
And? What does he want from you?
There was an attempt on Esteban's life. He wants to know who's behind it. Esteban thinks that Snaff is involved. I'm supposed to keep an eye on him.
I'll come back later.
Do you want to eat or chatter? What'll it be?
What's on the menu?
I want to try out a new dish. Fire strips and hammer sauce.
Hammer sauce?
A sauce made from hammer-hard booze. I have a recipe from a guy called Lou. You get the ingredients and distill the booze up on the alchemist's bench. Then I'll make a sauce out of it. What do you think?
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, here's the recipe.
And? How's it going?
Listen, if you want something to eat, go to Snaff. If you want something to drink, you're in the right place.
What do you drink here, then?
We only have a little beer. The only beer on the island was brought by the Paladins. Just about the only good thing those fellows brought with them. Otherwise, we drink booze. I got moonshine, grog, and white rum. You should try that. I got the recipe from Samuel. The old boy really knows his trade.
You're not very fond of the Paladins, are you?
Those fanatical murderers in the pay of the fire magicians? No. But Lord Hagen occupies the city with his thugs, and everybody bows down to him. And I didn't want to do that. I wasn't going to wait until they closed down the Red Lantern and locked me up.
Aren't you from Corinus?
Don't remind me. My life in that city was horrible. While the ships with the new convicts kept coming in, there was still life in the town. But all those other guys? No thanks. Maybe it's because we're on an island. Well, those days are over. I'm finished with Eldritch.
Why?
He's a wimp. When the bandits dragged me off, he didn't lift a finger to help me.
What are you planning to do?
We'll see. For now, I'll stay here with Snaff, Fisk, and the others. Have you already talked to Thoris? Oh, Enos, is that a hunk of a man? Excuse me. Let's get back to your question. I haven't set a goal. I'm only drifting.
Can you teach me something?
Only too gladly. You can train your dexterity with me.
Give me something to drink. I want... I'll come back later.
What with?
Hi.
Hi, I'm Lennar. Welcome to the Diggers Camp.
Diggers? I thought this was the bandits' camp.
Right, but the bandits are only here to dig. So,
Can you teach me anything about gold mining?
certainly. But if I teach you something, you'll be able to mine more gold.
That's why I'm asking.
Sure. But if you can mine more, it's only fair I get a share of it.
Well,
You might as well give him a share in advance. Well, let's say 50 gold pieces.
teach me something about gold mining.
Good. Regular swings will take you forward. Don't overdo it, but also don't fall asleep swinging. And don't always strike at the same spot. Try to work around a good-sized nugget. Do that, and you're on the way to becoming a master digger.
Hey, you!
Can you judge my gold digging abilities?
For you, a quite passable... Hey, you!
Are you a digger?
Because of the pants? Nah, I just wear them because they're comfortable. All I do here is cook meat stew. Here, you can try some. It'll make you strong. It's always important to train your strength. There are many dangers lurking out there. If you want, I can help you to get stronger.
I want...
He should have known. You don't have to tell me that. As if I didn't have enough.
Don't wake him.
What?
If you want to do yourself a favor, then stay away from Skinner. The fellow is unpredictable. He killed the last guy who woke him up. Let him sleep, for everybody's sake.
That's no secret. Those are all just rumors.
Why did you wake me, eh? I bet you don't even know. No, don't say anything. It's too late for excuses. Now you have two choices. You can fight me in my Betty, or you can try to run away. In your place, I'd run.
Ah!
What you waiting for?
Just hit back. Let him have it.
Never pick a fight with me again. Why did you now?
Ah, fight. Hit back. That hurt.
What you waiting for?
Hit
Show him
back.
who's boss.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
That's exactly what I said. You don't have to tell me that. You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
Who's in...
Ravens, he can...
I used to say that myself.
What?
After it became known that there was a gold mine here, those bums must have raised quite a ruckus. Raven killed the worst of them and threw the rest out of the mine. Since then, no one's allowed in the upper area anymore. He's even had prisoners dragged here to dig in the mine.
That was no big deal.
What do you know about the prisoners?
Raven wants to dig something up. At first he had the bandits doing it, but too many dropped dead. That's why he brought the prisoners. If they snuff it, it doesn't matter.
What does Raven want to dig up?
Secret.
No idea, but it sure has to do with more than gold.
Totally obvious.
The pirates won't take us back to the mainland because they haven't been paid for the last few transports. We ought to skewer one or two of them, and the rest would be guaranteed to take us over.
He simply needs to practice more.
Those are all just rumors.
It's his decision.
I won't be treated like that.
No idea.
How's it going?
Wait a minute. Don't I know you from somewhere?
That was no big deal.
No, you're not him. Go on, piss off. How's quiet up
You don't
tonight?
have to tell me that.
There've been all kinds of rumors.
Everything all...
Touch Esteban.
That's no secret.
Touch.
You don't have to ask me that.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
Things I could tell you.
It can't go on like this forever.
There's more, believe me.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
I used to say that myself.
That's nothing.
Show me your way.
Things I could tell you.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
It's his decision. about duty.
Hey, you! Who's in charge here?
Raven's he controls.
Who said that? No idea. You tell me.
Do you deal in smithy equipment?
Huno has steel. I only have a few lumps of ore, but I won't give that up. It's the only thing I have of value.
That's totally obvious.
Do you work for Huno?
I wanted to make up a bit of gold and took up with Huno. But since then, Esteban hasn't given me anything at all. He said he can't use me anymore. What else can I do but continue to slave away for Huno?
He was falling down drunk.
Everything else all right with you?
I just want to do my job, man.
I wouldn't have done that.
It looks like you're a master of your craft.
I've heard that before. Did you bring the steel?
Steel? No, I think you're confusing me with...
Somehow you seem familiar. Do we know each other from somewhere?
Sure, from the old camp.
The old camp, right. You're that curious guy. I thought you was dead.
Yes, everybody thinks that. Who else survived?
A few. Some fled with Raven like I did. For a lot of others, the old camp became a grave.
Tell me about your escape.
Chaos broke out the day the barrier fell. Some hid, others fled, and there was a plundering everywhere.
What did you do?
I was about to leave the camp when it turned bright very suddenly, and a scorching pain ate through my skin. I've been struck by damn lightning. Feels like I can still hear it. Later, someone told me that Thoris found me and took me with him.
I need better armor.
So, you can have this. It's Esteban's fault. It's so expensive. That damn dog pockets a share of every piece of armor I sell.
Show me...
So, that damn...
Okay, I'll...
Sure thing.
Sorry for I couldn't care less. That'll only cause more trouble. What does he know about duty?
So you're the fellow who fought his way into camp, huh?
That got around fast.
Franco was a tough nut. No one messed with him. No one. Except you. Just to make it clear, if you try the same shit with me, I'll kill you.
I won't be treated like that.
I need better armor.
Why? You already have some. That's good enough for you now.
I want to get into the mine.
Of course you do. Then you're in the right place with me. Because everyone who digs in the mine gets to keep a hefty share of the gold. And I hand out the red stones you need so that Thoris will let you in.
Give me one of those red stones.
Okay, but they aren't free. Normally, I demand a share of the gold the boys get for digging. How much do you know about mining gold, huh? You probably learned a few tricks, right? If I give you a red stone, it won't be because you're such a great digger. No, I have another job for you.
What sort of job?
One of the bandits planned to kill me, but instead, my guards killed him.
He was hot for your job, huh?
Ah, he was an idiot. A thug without a brain. He never would have got the idea to attack me on his own. Nah, he was only fulfilling a contract. Someone else sent him.
So, I'm supposed to find out who was behind it.
Whoever sent me this assassin will pay for it. Find him, and I'll let you into the mine.
Senyan sent me to you about this business.
Senyan? He also works for me. I told him he should keep his eyes open.
How should I go about it?
Everyone here in the camp knows about it. So you're playing with all your cards on the table, huh? Try to find out who's on my side and who isn't. And don't let the boys make a fool of you. Talk to Snaff. That fat cook picks up a lot.
About the assignment.
Listen, I have other things I have to take care of. Come back when you found out who the guy is.
Tell me that isn't true. He should have known that. That will never change.
Hey! I distilled the booze.
Excellent. Then I'll finish it. Here, you can try a portion right away. That'll put some strength in your arm. Oh, and if I can help you again, for you, all information is free from now on.
What do you know about the attack?
The thing with Esteban? You know how it is. The barkeeper hears everything, but never takes sides.
So do you know something?
I didn't say that.
If you were in my place, what would you do?
I would think about what I know about the guy behind it. First, it was probably one of the bandits. That means he's here in the camp. Second, that he's here in the camp means that he is watching you. Third, as long as he thinks that you're on Esteban's side, he'll never reveal himself to you. So, the interesting question is, what are your chances of finding your man?
What do you think of Esteban?
Whoever talks about him is soon dead.
What do people here think of Esteban?
You'll have to be a bit more precise.
What about Finn?
A good digger. He has a nose for gold. Esteban favors him because of it. I think he's in pretty good standing with him.
What about Senyan?
Senyan is one of Esteban's boys. He's been working for him for quite a while.
What does Lenar think about Esteban?
As far as I can tell, Lenar doesn't think at all.
Emilio, what does he think about Esteban?
I don't think he'll bring any flowers to Esteban's grave, if you know what I mean.
What about Fisk?
Fisk is Fisk. He pays his share to Esteban and distributes the goods he mostly gets from the pirates. I don't think he really cares about Esteban.
What does Huno think of Esteban?
Ah, Huno. I know almost nothing about him. That information is, of course, free.
What about Paul?
I don't think he particularly likes Esteban. Since he's been working for Huno, he'll never get into the mine.
What are my chances of finding my man?
So far, everything is still open.
Thanks.
Hey, I didn't tell you anything you didn't already know. Got it?
What?
You'll have to.
Hey! I've talked to Esteban.
And did he tell you about the attack?
He ordered me to find out who sent the assassin. Do you know anything about that?
No more than you do. I'm also on the hunt for the guy behind it. And now we come to the interesting part.
Let's hear it.
I want you to do your job well. I want you to find the traitor, and when you have found him, I want you to kill him for me. Then I will pocket the reward. I have your wanted poster. Don't forget that. Do your job and do it well. You can figure out what will happen otherwise.
I don't really have a choice.
I knew we would come to an agreement. When you find out who the guy is, we'll kill the tick together. And now beat it. You know what you have to do.
Hey!
You...
About the attack on Esteban.
Yeah,
Do you have any idea who was behind it?
sure. Let me tell you, I bet that Emilio is behind this. He always ran to the mine like a crazy man. He dug as much as he could. But since the attack, he's been sitting on his bench, not budging an inch. It's obvious. To get into the mine, he has to have a red stone from Esteban. I bet he doesn't dare look him in the eye.
What would Emilio get out of Esteban's death?
What do I know? Maybe he has a pal in the mine who would take over Esteban's place then. Yeah, that would make sense.
I've got swamp. What do you know about the attack?
Hey man, I didn't have anything to do with it.
Lenar told me a bit about you.
Lenar? That guy's an idiot. You must have noticed.
He said you haven't been in the mine since the attack happened.
I don't know anything. You are working together with that Senyan. You're in cahoots with Esteban. I heard exactly what you were blabbing about. Up to now, Esteban hasn't given a damn about us. Why should I trust his people? Leave me alone.
What?
Nothing at all.
Hey, you!
You know.
Do you really think? I couldn't care less. As if I didn't have enough problems.
What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
Listen, I don't want anything to do with that business, got it? I have my own worries. I'm a victim myself.
In what way?
I paid a lot of gold for my last delivery, but it never came. Some swine made off with it. I've been robbed, probably by some of our own people.
What sort of delivery?
A packet of lockpicks. Someone was supposed to get them from the pirates for me, but a guy named Juan snatched it away from me, including the gold that I paid for it. That bastard is hiding somewhere in the swamp.
Juan worked for Esteban.
What?
Don't play games with me. You knew about it.
Fine, you're right. But I hope you also realize why I didn't tell you about it. Everyone in the camp knows you work for Esteban. I don't have any desire to get dragged into this business just because you're hot for a red stone.
I don't believe you.
Believe what you want, but I'm warning you, if you're planning on telling Esteban some fairy tale about me, you're next.
I opened your package.
Of course. You just couldn't wait, could you? Do you at least still have the lockpicks? And even more importantly, what about Juan?
He's dead.
Good. Then he can't cause me any more trouble.
Here's a dozen lockpicks.
Very good. Some people are already waiting for new merchandise. As far as you are concerned, I have a pretty good relationship with Huno. I'll see to it that you get your armor cheap from now on. Also, I'll give you one of my weapons. One hand washes the other. That hasn't changed since back then.
You don't have to ask me that. I've got no time for things like that. As if I didn't have enough problems.
What do you know about the attack?
What do I know about it? I broke the guy's legs. And I'll do the same to anybody else who wants to attack Esteban.
If it hadn't been for us, nothing's ever gonna change that. I'm staying out of it.
About the...
Listen, come back with...
Tell me that isn't true.
Hey, you!
I'm staying out of it. You already know what I think. What does he know about duty? You don't have to ask me that. It had to happen sooner or later. I wouldn't have done it.
What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
Nothing, man. I didn't have anything to do with it. What do you want from me?
That isn't true.
I just...
You can't go on like this forever.
Hey, you!
Never change.
I need... Fisk said you'd...
Fisk, you say?
I used to say that myself.
About the attack on Esteban.
What do you want from me?
I'm looking for the person behind the attack.
And why are you coming to me about that?
I thought you might know something about that business.
I don't know anything.
You already know. I'm staying out of it. That's exactly what I said. Somebody wants to know. There've been all kinds of rumors. He really should have known better.
Hey!
I'm staying out of it.
Nobody ever asks me.
I couldn't care less. They can't go on like this forever. You don't have to tell me that.
Hey!
Hey, man.
What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
You're looking for the guy who's behind it, huh? But I don't know anything about it. How could I? I was still in the swamp then.
I'll come back later. What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
Nothing at all.
They're pretty dim. Some people have noticed that you're involved with Senyan. You'll have to break off your connection with him. Otherwise, you'll never have a chance of finding the one responsible for the attack.
I knew that.
Exactly.
What?
They're pretty dim. So you'll have to...
I knew that.
Exact.
What?
You'll have...
What about Finn?
A good digger. Esteban.
About the... do you have any idea who's behind this?
Why do you want to know?
I want to talk to the guy.
So? And what do you want from him?
I have some interesting information for him.
You're in cahoots with the guy who ordered the assassination, aren't you?
I want to bump off Esteban, and I'm looking for an ally.
Oh, I won't have anything to do with that.
About...
Just leave.
I've changed my mind. We aren't working together anymore.
Then what do I still need you for, you bum?
Hey, people! Look who we have here! What?
Whoa, boy!
About...
Just leave.
Can't rely on that. Anything's possible. Been there, done
About the...
Listen, I have come back.
that. Anything's possible. Never change.
Show me...
It's his decision.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
That was no big deal.
That'll only cause more trouble.
Everything.
I just wanted.
Things I could tell you.
Fisk.
Fisk is...
You know about duty. That's exactly what I said. I used to say that myself.
Tell me, why did Senyan yell, "Look who we have here"?
Unpaid debts. Do you have a problem with that?
No, man, I don't have a problem with it. Quite the opposite. The bastard worked for Esteban.
What do you have against Esteban?
All that swine thinks about is money. Every few days, one of us gets eaten by a crawler. But Esteban just won't send any fighters into the mine. And why? Those guys belong to Raven's bodyguards, and Esteban is scared shitless to tell them. He'd rather let us get killed.
Help me find out who was behind the attack.
No, I don't want anything to do with it.
If an idiot like Lenar notices that you're behaving oddly, it won't take long before Esteban finds out too.
Shit. I'll tell you one name. Nothing more.
I'm listening.
Huno. Go to Huno. He must know something about this business.
I've heard a few things about you.
So?
Emilio spat out your name. You definitely know something about the attack.
You've been having a chat with old Emilio, eh? Maybe I should also have a word with him. I'm sure that afterwards, he'll say the exact opposite. Now listen, you move your ass out of here before I forget myself.
I've heard...
Again? It had better...
Emilio spat out your...
You've been having a chat. Maybe... Now listen.
No idea. You tell me.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
About the attack again.
Just leave me alone. Hey!
Huno is suspected of having something to do with the attack.
I don't know anything about it.
He simply needs to practice.
But you work for Huno, so you do know something.
I know nothing. Honest. I have to go
That
now.
was no big deal.
I wouldn't have done
Things I could tell you.
that. He should have known that.
Easy as that.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
Hey, you!
Time for things like that.
Do you know what Esteban will do to you when he finds out you're covering for Huno?
Man, leave me alone. I don't have anything to do with that business.
Hey, you!
They all ran like rabbits.
Tell me what you know now, or I'll slam you into the wall, Paul.
You can't rough me up just because you work for the boss.
I can.
Cut the crap.
Paul,
All I know is that Huno has a bone to pick with Esteban. He's constantly going on at me about that Esteban, that he screwed up business for him and so on. I only listened and never said anything.
Exactly. You see, that wasn't so bad.
You already know what I think.
Everything.
I told.
He simply needs to.
Hey, you.
Again?
Paul said you hate Esteban.
So, did he? What else?
Emilio spat out your name. You definitely know something about the attack.
You've been having a chat with old...
And he isn't the only one who suspects you.
That's exactly what I said.
What's that supposed to mean, huh?
Who said that?
I want to join forces with the assassin.
Against Esteban, really? Then prove it. I've been waiting for too long for a delivery of steel from the pirates. I suspect that Esteban captured it in order to sell it to me later at a higher price. Of course, he won't do that himself. A couple of bandits in the swamp are on his payroll.
How do you know that?
Drunken bandits talk too much.
Does this talkative bandit have a name?
His name is none of your business, but the guy you're looking for is called Juan. Anyway, I haven't seen him in the camp for a long time. You'll have to look for him in the swamp.
Okay, I'll do it for you.
Good. We'll see if you can be trusted.
Wait a minute. I have the steel.
And? Was Juan there too?
He was.
I knew it. That rat Esteban was behind it.
Now, what about our agreement?
The man you want to talk to is waiting for you in the bar. Talk to the barkeeper.
That's no secret. That'll only cause more trouble. What does he know about duty?
Hey!
He was falling down.
About just...
That's no secret.
Huno sent me.
Looks like you found your man. Go on up to the next floor. Someone's waiting for you.
So you were behind the attack.
Yes, Esteban is in the way of my business. He won't let any of the bandits who work for me into the mine. He's making sure that everyone works for him, and only for him. That way, he can pocket a percentage of every deal and control the whole camp.
What are you planning?
We'll get Esteban out of the way. That means you will kill him and take his place.
As long as his bodyguards are with him, I don't have a chance.
Then, we'll have to get them to leave by telling the truth.
What truth?
You have done your job. You know that I was behind the attack. Tell Esteban, and he'll send his boys to kill me. I'll expect them here. When they're gone, you can deal with the bastard and I'll take care of the guards.
Wait a minute.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
That was no big deal.
About the assignment.
Listen, I have other things I have to take care of.
I thought you might be interested in knowing who was behind the attack.
Who is it? Tell me his name so my guards can wring his neck.
The traitor Fisk is behind it. At the moment, he's sitting in the bar unsuspecting and drinking.
Ha! Well done, kid. My guards will take care of him. You heard him, boys. Go get Fisk.
That's no secret.
And what happens next?
What happens next? I'll tell you what happens. Fisk will die a painful death, and everyone in the camp will find out about it. That'll be a warning to all of them.
Do I get a red stone now?
Yeah, you did your job well. Someone like you has no business in the mine. I can use you much better out here. You'll stay in the camp and continue working for me.
I'll think about it.
Hey, you're forgetting who you're talking to. I'm in charge here, and you'll do exactly what I say. And I say, you work for me and no one else. Is that clear?
Are you trying to play me for a fool? There was never a question of me working for you.
It isn't everyone who gets an offer like this, but if you don't want it, you're free to leave the camp.
How about if you keep your word and give me a red stone?
Hey, one more word. My guards will have to hurt you too.
What guards?
What? Oh, I see. You're trying to pull a fast one. Just you wait.
I couldn't get away with that.
And now?
Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah, that's the ticket. Don't take any crap. Show them who's boss. Yeah, that's the ticket.
What does he know about duty?
Those are all just rumors.
He really should have known better.
You already know what I think.
Hey, you! Esteban is finished.
I've waited for this for a long time. I think you've got things to do now, and I need to go back to my business. So, if you need anything else, you know where to find me.
Wait a minute.
All kinds of rumors.
He really should have known better.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
That was no big deal.
Hey, you!
Things I could tell you.
You already know what I think.
I just want...
Nobody ever asks me.
Things I could tell you.
That's totally obvious.
Hey, you!
Tell me that isn't true.
I have a red stone tablet here.
Okay. You killed Esteban, so you will do his job now. They have a few problems with mine crawlers in the mine. 3 diggers have bought it already. It's your job to provide replacements.
And when can I finally get into the damned mine?
Do your job. Afterwards, you can do what you want.
Come on.
No.
It's totally obvious.
I'm staying out of it.
That's nothing new.
Hey!
Anything's possible.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I wouldn't have done that.
Nobody wants to know.
Hey!
I've got no time for things like that.
Nothing's ever going to change that.
Sooner or later. You don't have to tell me that.
Those are all just rumors.
That will never change.
That'll only cause more trouble.
Hey, you!
That's no secret.
Can you judge my...
For a quite...
I'll come back later. Hey, you! You're needed in the mine.
So you did it, huh? Okay. Good thing you didn't leave me hanging.
You're needed in the mine.
Sure thing, boss. You want to see the best in the mine? Then I'll get back to it. Oh, something else. I'll let you in on a digger's secret. Now and then it's a good idea to give it a really good whack. If you've hacked a couple of times and nothing has come out, then drag the point of the pick sideways across the rock. With a little luck, you'll get several chunks at once that way.
Hey! You're needed in the mine.
You really do have a red stone for me. Excellent. Now I'll work that damned rock to crumbs. I already know exactly where I'll go. One more thing. If you go mining, watch out that you don't strike too hard. Otherwise, your pickaxe will get wedged in the gold.
There've been all kinds of rumors.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Hey, you! I sent out 3 guys.
All right. Then as far as I'm concerned, you can go in.
It's no secret.
Halt!
Get out of my way, guard.
All right, you can pass.
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
That was no big deal.
Nobody ever asks me.
Been there, done that.
He was falling down drunk.
No idea, you tell me.
Hey! Hey, you! About the mansions?
Yes?
Tell me again where each...
The house, the priest, and the they are
Hey! I've activated another one of the teleporter stones. Give me the next focus.
Of course. Here it is. Here are a few gold coins.
Hey, you! I want...
So, on your way to the mine?
Actually, I want to see Raven.
Hey, try to enter the temple and you're as dead as the prisoners here. Move your ass over into the mine instead.
Why? Are they dead?
They worked themselves to pieces.
Hey, slow down. You aren't getting in there, so beat it.
Get out of my way. I have to see Raven.
No one enters these quarters. Direct orders from Raven himself.
It is damned important that I get to him.
No, it isn't. Only Bloodwyn has permission to stay in there.
Bloodwyn is in there? Then get him out.
Huh, do you seriously believe I'd do that? Maybe you're an important man in the camp now, but your power ends right here. Got it? So go to the mine and dig for gold or do something else, but don't stand in the way here.
Bloodwyn? Isn't he supposed to be dead?
He's stronger than ever before. And if he finds out that someone is causing trouble out here, he'll make mincemeat out of you.
I'll give you 1,000 gold pieces if you let me in.
You're wasting your time, bum.
We'll talk again.
You already know what I'll tell you then. Speed. One more.
Hey, do you want to go digging? Then don't forget to stock up with scatty.
What do I need then?
Well, at the very least, a pickaxe. And some provisions can't hurt. Or how about some healing potions? There are mine crawlers down there.
How's business?
Since the tomb has been open, there hasn't been much demand. Raven has no more use for her slaves. That's why they're mining gold now, on Bloodwyn's orders. And the diggers are taking it easy. Diggers who take it easy aren't good for business.
Bloodwyn, is he in charge here?
He oversees the mine, but he's almost never down here. He spends most of his time with Raven in the temple.
What exactly does almost never mean?
Last time I saw him was when he came out of the tomb. No, wait. The last time he was here was when he sent the slaves to mine the gold. Unlike Raven, he is very interested in gold.
What sort of tomb?
A cursed, unlucky tomb. The guardians of the tomb have killed many men.
Guardians? Are you talking about creatures of stone, rather flat with a round head?
That's exactly what I mean. They came out of the depths of the stone by the dozen. I knew from the beginning that it wasn't good to dig out the tomb. But Raven was possessed with the idea of digging there. And once the tomb was finally uncovered, he marched in there with his guards.
What did Raven want in the tomb?
You're pretty curious. You remind me of a fellow I once knew. He was just as curious. And eventually it was his undoing.
Get to the point. What happened in the tomb?
Well, My throat is really dry.
Hey, Scatty, not now. This is important. So, what did Raven do there?
All right. He summoned something. He kept calling out words in a foreign language. Bright light poured out of the tomb, and then I heard a scream that cut right through me. A demonic scream.
And then?
That's all I know. At that moment, Bloodwyn came out of the tomb and said I should beat it, and that's what I did. It also didn't take long before Raven and his boys disappeared back into the temple. And since then, Raven hasn't been seen.
What do I have to know about mining gold?
Take a pickaxe in your hand and whack a lump of gold. Anyone can do that, but many nuggets will shatter that way. That's why only people who understand mining should do it. I can tell you more once you have some more experience.
Would you like a drink?
A beer would really hit the spot. There's hardly any beer here in camp, but maybe Lucia still has a bottle.
There you go.
Oh, that tastes good. Thanks, man. You're my hero.
Let's deal. Tell me more about gold mining.
Above all, you should know that gold is an ore. It's soft as butter. If you strike too hard, everything will shatter. Every digger has his own tricks for knocking some decent nuggets out of the rock. Ultimately, these tricks are what make the difference between a digger and a good digger. Besides that, practice makes perfect. Only when you've been digging for a while will you get better.
Hey, you!
Tell me that isn't true.
It's better to watch out who you tell what.
He simply needs to practice.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
You don't have to tell me that.
Hey!
Do you really think?
How's it going?
Hey, thanks to you, I did it. I'm in the mine. I may not know much about digging for gold, but that will come. I've learned the most important thing. Legs firmly on the ground, and always strike solidly.
How's...
Hey, I may...
I'll come back later. Hey! Everything all right?
Nice regular. That's the way to get the fat nuggets.
Things would have turned out differently for us.
Already know what I think.
Hey!
What does he know about it?
Back at work?
Yeah. Now I'm getting the very last piece of gold out of this mine.
Same old thing.
Can you judge my gold digging abilities?
For you, I'd say you're a damn good digger.
Hey.
Yeah.
Can you just...
A damn good...
Hey, you! What are you doing? Are you melting down your gold?
No, I'm washing vegetables. Of course I'm melting down gold, and I'm making coins out of it. Because just imagine, one fine evening, Raven comes along and shoves a coin die in my hands. Out of one single gold nugget, I can mint a heap of coins. I'm so good that no one can tell the difference.
How many coins will you give me for one nugget?
Well, I don't know you at all, but I'll make you a special price. For one nugget, I'll give you
10 gold pieces.
What do you know about Raven?
You won't believe it. I was there. I saw what he did in the tomb. He mumbled and called some strange words over and over. Cardamon, Fatang Shatar, Fatang Beliar. And then a blazing light came out of the tomb and I heard the scream. Oh, ye gods, that voice. That was the sound of the end of the world. Raven spoke with it. They conversed. Raven and that voice. I can't remember what they said. I just know that I could only master my limbs again many hours later, back in the camp.
Can you repeat Raven's words again?
Sure. Are you ready? Cardamon, Fatang Shatar, Fatang Beliar. Sure. Cardamon, Fatang Shatar, Fatang Beliar.
I thought that was it.
It is.
Let's trade. Let the slaves go.
Listen, Bloodwyn is in command here. The slaves belong to him, so he has the right to set them free. Besides, Thoris also has a say in that. And what about you? Do you have any say?
I decide who goes into the mine.
You're doing Esteban's old job. Then you have absolutely no say here. Buzz off. Do you have... You're... Hey, where are you going? Do you want to go into this passage?
Well, sure. Why not?
There are even more slaves back there. As far as I'm concerned, you can go in, but don't hit them so hard they can't work anymore. After all, we certainly don't want them just sitting around. They have to dig for gold.
I see. And...
That is a...
I thought Raven...
Right, but he gave the slaves to Bloodwyn. He doesn't have any more...
Hey, you!
Hey, I'm all right. But Pardis is pretty much down and out. If there's anything you want, talk to Patrick. He's our spokesman.
Hey, you!
Hey, but if...
Hey, you!
What do you want? I'm just an imprisoned worker. I haven't done a thing.
One less monster around. One less monster around.
How are you holding up? I'm beat. Completely worn out. Is it a glorious sunny day or one of those clear nights where 1,000 stars are twinkling? I don't know. Where's the gentle rain of summer? The cool evening breeze? I can feel them no longer. It's the eyes that go first in here.
Hang in there. Your rescue is near.
Thanks. Thanks for your words.
Here, drink this.
Thanks. That does me good.
How are you now?
Better. Thanks to you, I can feel my strength returning.
How?
Hey! Hey!
I've been sent by the water mages. I've come to free you.
Really? Why should I believe you?
Do you want to get out of here or not?
Of course I want to get out, but
Vatra sent me. If that's not enough for you, you can all rot in this hole for all I care.
All right, I believe you.
Really? Wow, that went faster than I thought. Okay, now all we need is a plan.
Trying to flee poses a great risk. William tried and he bought it. Prisoners are peasants and workers. They trust me, but they won't dare to mount an escape.
Will I have to kill all the bandits before you budge at all?
But that would be insane. But that can't be the plan. Just see to it that the guards don't attack us, and then we'll get out of here.
Okay, I'll handle that. Tell the others to get ready. Hey, you! What do I have to know about mining gold?
Well, the angle at which you strike is crucial for efficient mining. Not too flat and not too steep. That way, you'll get the nuggets and make your pick hold up forever.
Hey.
I'm alive. If you've got something...
All right. One less monster around.
Hey.
Do you? You're the...
Hey, you!
Please don't.
Hey!
Please.
Hey, you!
Going to change about that.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Hey, you!
What do you want from...
You really think?
That was no big deal.
Do you know anything about the tomb?
Yes. The tomb is behind this passage. Just follow the bodies and you'll find it.
How's it going?
It's too bad that we still have so few slaves. We'll have to get some new ones soon. These guys are totally done in, probably because they get so little they eat. But I'd rather send the diggers back to work than give these dogs a piece of meat.
You can't rely on that.
Hey, you!
Already know what I think. Well, I could have told you that before.
I used to say that myself.
What do I have to...
The legs. It's up straight and...
It was his decision, wasn't it?
How's it going?
As long as the slaves are worth...
I've got...
You have to feel sorry
Hey.
for the poor guy.
Everything all right with you?
The slaves are getting the big chunks out of our way. Then we'll harvest the golden fruit later.
You can't rely on
Hey! What do I have to know about mining gold?
Brain work, boy. Mining gold is a purely mental procedure. Don't try to force the rock. It's harder than you. Free your mind of everything, and try to become one with the gold. Then, it is like meditation, a prayer.
How's it?
I slaved the way for the ore barons long enough. It's good that someone else is digging now.
What do I have?
Always dig from bottom to top. That may be difficult, but I'm not going to the trouble of mining my...
Hey!
How's it?
I'm cooking a delicious stew for the diggers and guards, but the slaves, they don't get anything. That...
You already know what I think.
I couldn't care less.
I could have told you that before.
That was no big deal.
You already know what I think.
Things would have turned out differently for us.
That'll only cause more trouble.
The things I could tell you.
He should have known better.
That will never change.
That's exactly what I said.
Wait a minute.
Is there a problem?
Mine crawlers. Lots and lots of mine crawlers. We've run into a nest here.
Why don't we attack the crawlers?
I asked that too. But the guards had more important things to do. Bloodwyn has left it to me to remove this problem.
I don't suppose you're planning to fight the crawlers.
Why should I? So that we can get at the gold in the cave? Bloodwyn will just take most of it for himself anyway, and I'm not risking my neck for the little bit I'd get. If you want to fight the crawlers, don't let me stop you. Only don't lure them all out here, okay?
Can you tell me more about Bloodwyn?
Yes, he's a gold-hungry bastard. He inspects every new vein and every nugget. He can't go too far out of his way for gold. But we don't mean shit to him.
And otherwise?
He thinks he's the greatest and can't stand it if someone is better off than he is. Okay, I wouldn't go up against him, even so. Just stay out of his way and don't provoke him. Unless you want him to get furious and lose control.
Hey!
I didn't do anything.
Hey!
What do you want?
So, that should be it. The crawlers are finished.
Bloodwyn is already on the way. That's what you wanted, isn't it? I mean, you slaughtered the crawlers so Bloodwyn would come here. So whatever you're planning, do it now. You killed the mine crawlers? Good. I'll take over now. Go on, beat it.
Wait a minute.
You still aren't gone?
We still have to set something straight. I'm looking for Raven.
Yeah, and what makes you think that Raven wants to talk to you at all? Wait, are you? Is it you? You're the guy we've been looking for the whole time. What are you doing here? You should be long dead.
People are always telling me that.
Those morons all failed, but you won't get past me. This time I'll finish you.
Like I already said, it's Raven I'm looking for. You aren't important to me.
I'll kill you. I've survived every battle so far.
Everything comes to an end.
Ha ha! I'll defeat you all the same. And I survived the explosion of the barrier without a scratch.
And who do you think brought down the barrier?
Ah, you miserable dog. You can't defeat me. I'm Raven's best friend. His right hand.
Obviously, he's got no time to be picky.
Ah, you miserable dog.
Enough talk. Let's fight.
It's too late for you anyway. Raven is opening the temple right now. Ha ha ha! Die, bastard! You sure showed that bum. Nice work. Then I'll take a look around the cave.
Hey, you!
I didn't do any...
That'll only cause more trouble.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
Same old thing all over again. That was no big deal.
I wouldn't have done that.
I've got no time for things like that.
I won't be treated like that.
I couldn't get away with that.
Those are all just rumors.
That will never change.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
Same old thing all over.
I'll come back later.
Those are all just rumors.
Hey, you!
No idea. You tell me.
Can you judge my gold digging abilities?
For you, I'd say you're a guru among diggers. So now, you're as good as I am. Congratulations, partner.
Same old thing all
Can you...
A guru.
Hey, you!
Do you?
Here, is that enough?
No, put that away. God, I don't want to see that.
It would be better for you if you let the slaves go now.
Wait a minute. Bloodwyn isn't the only one who has a say here. So long as I don't have an order from Thoris, no one will be set free.
But you just said that the slaves belong to Bloodwyn.
Yes, but I also said that I won't set anyone free without an order from Thoris.
You're one of those guys who won't take a leak without orders, eh?
Do you?
I won't be treated like that.
the things I could tell you.
That's totally obvious.
What are you planning?
What?
Now you've cleared Bloodwyn out of the way too. I'm just asking myself, who's next? Raven or me?
Are you afraid?
I'm not afraid of a fight, but I am afraid of the consequences of your actions. This camp is the only thing we have left. It may not have always run to perfection, but it does run. And with every person you kill, another piece of our community breaks up. We are bandits, outcasts, lawbreakers, desperados. Wherever we go, we're hunted, locked up, and killed. There is no better place for us than this. No better time than now.
What are you getting at?
These men need someone to lead them. Who should that be? You? You, who is constantly roaming from place to place?
Then you take over the leadership of the camp.
Okay, but what about Raven?
Raven will soon have other worries. I'll take care of him. Oh, yes, and make sure that the prisoners can leave the camp in peace.
All right. I shall take care of all the guards out here.
Hey.
Everything...
Yeah, so don't make...
Bloodwyn is dead.
There aren't many people I'd wish that on, but Bloodwyn is better off dead.
Nobody ever asks me.
Let you.
I talked with Thoris. He ordered the slaves to be set free.
Okay, if Thoris ordered it, but I have to ask myself why he decided on something like that.
But you aren't being paid to ask questions.
All right. I'm obviously not needed here anymore, so I'll go get me some stew.
Hey, you! All's well. You can make yourselves scarce.
Great. I know a cave in the swamp where we can gather for now, but then what?
Leave the swamp towards the southwest. The water mages have set up their camp near the ruins of the old temple. They're going to show you the way out of this valley.
Thanks. Thank you so much. We are all very deeply...
Never mind. How's it going?
Damn. Now we'll have to go back to digging ourselves, huh?
Everything all right?
Now we'll get...
Hey, you! How's it?
I'm cooking a delicious...
Let the you... Okay.
But you...
All right.
Hey, you! Can you?
Sure.
Hey, you! Can you repeat Raven's words again?
I think...
Let's trade. Hey. Let's trade.
But you don't...
Don't ever try that again, Buster!
Who's in?
Our glorious...
You again?
Here. Do you still want to stop me now?
Is that Bloodwyn? Oh, that's... Oh. Yes, no, I mean, you can go in.